Have you ever walked into a home and instantly felt at peace? Not just because it looked tidy, but because of the way it smelled? That gentle, clean scent seems to welcome you at the door like a soft hug from the past. Maybe it reminds you of fresh linens drying in the sun, or the citrus your friend, Alex, used to slice on a Sunday morning. The truth is, the way our homes smell can change how we feel. It can calm our nerves, lift our mood, and even help us sleep better. But for many of us, especially as we get older, maintaining that fresh, natural scent can feel like a mystery. We try store-bought sprays, scented candles, or plug-in air fresheners only to find that the smell fades quickly or ends up too strong and artificial. But what if I told you that some of the most luxurious hotels in Paris use simple, affordable tricks to keep their spaces smelling wonderful, and you can do the same at home without breaking the bank? In today's episode, I will share 10 gentle, thoughtful ways to make your home smell beautiful, just like a 5-star hotel. These tips are not complicated or expensive. They are practical, comforting, and easy to do at your own pace. Whether you live in a house, a small apartment, or share space with loved ones, these ideas are meant to bring more peace, lightness, and joy into the air around you. So, get comfortable, and let's begin this quiet transformation together. Tip number 1. Let fresh air in the morning. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to freshen your home is also the most overlooked. It costs nothing, takes only a few moments, and yet the difference it makes is truly noticeable. It is a practice of letting fresh air in every morning. Now I know for some of us, especially during colder months or in certain climates, opening a window might feel like a chore or even a luxury we forget to do. But if you can, even for just 10 or 15 minutes each morning, open a window or two and let the night air escape. That quiet moment when the fresh morning breeze comes in, it clears the air both literally and emotionally. You do not need to open every window in the house. Start with just one in the kitchen or bedroom. That alone can push out the stale air from the night before, the air that may have picked up cooking odors, moisture from breathing, or dust from closed spaces. If opening windows is difficult for you, a small tabletop fan, or even the bathroom exhaust fan can help move the air. This matters more than we think. Air that does not move tends to hold on to smells. When you invite the fresh air in, you are telling your home, it is a new day, let's begin again. 5-star hotels often have automatic ventilation systems that quietly circulate and clean the air 24 hours a day. But in our homes, we are the caretakers. A short breeze in the morning can change how the room feels for the entire day. Try it tomorrow. Open a window while you make your morning coffee or tea and feel the gentle difference it brings. Tip number 2. Control moisture, the hidden enemy of freshness. One of the biggest reasons a home might smell musty, heavy, or just not quite right has to do with moisture. You may not see it, but you can feel it. Damp air can sneak in slowly, especially in bathrooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, and sometimes even in closets or basements. And once the moisture settles, it creates the perfect environment for mold and mildew. That is when the air begins to smell old, tired, and sometimes even sour. 5-star hotels are very aware of this. They go to great lengths to monitor and control humidity because they know that a dry, balanced environment is the foundation of a fresh-smelling space. Now, I want to be clear, dry does not mean bone dry. We still want a little moisture in the air for comfort and health, especially in the winter. But when the air becomes too damp, it clings to fabrics, walls, and even furniture. The result is an atmosphere that feels heavy, no matter how much air freshener you spray. The good news is you can fix this with small changes. Open a bathroom window or run the fan after every shower. Avoid drying clothes indoors whenever possible. If your home tends to feel damp, consider investing in a dehumidifier. These devices help pull excess moisture from the air and are especially useful in older homes or ground-level apartments. If a dehumidifier is not within your budget, try placing small bowls of coarse salt in problem areas, behind furniture, near closets, or under the sink. Salt naturally draws in moisture from the air. Another little sign to look for: if your windows are fogging up frequently, or if you see small dark spots on the walls or ceilings, that is a clue the humidity might be too high. And do not forget that moisture also affects how well your home holds fragrance. A home with balanced air will carry the scent of lavender, citrus, or fresh linen much more effectively than a humid space. So by simply keeping moisture in check, you're not only preventing unpleasant odors, you're creating the ideal setting for a natural, lasting fragrance. Tip number 3. Use the power of plants and nature's perfume. This next tip is one of my personal favorites because it comes from the earth itself. It is a gentle power of natural aromatics, things like herbs, flowers, citrus, and greenery that do more than decor a room. They breathe life into it. Let me take you back for a moment. When I was a young girl, my mother used to place orange peels on top of the wood stove in winter. As the peel warmed up, it would release this soft, sweet scent that drifted to the whole house. To this day, that smell reminds me of safety, of home, of quiet moments when everything just felt right. You can create that same feeling in your home with almost no effort. One way is by using aromatic plants indoors. Fresh basil in a small pot near the window, mint in a ceramic mug by the sink, or a few sprigs of rosemary in a jar on the dining table. These plants do not just smell wonderful. They help purify the air. When the breeze moves through them, they release a natural freshness that no artificial spray can ever match. Lavender is also a beautiful choice, especially for bedrooms. You can dry it and place it in little fabric sachets tucked inside your pillowcase or dresser drawers. If you struggle with sleep, this gentle scent may help relax the mind and encourage better rest. Another lovely idea is to use sliced lemon or orange in a bowl of warm water. Place it in the kitchen or living room and let the steam rise. The natural oils from the citrus release into the air, refreshing the space with a clean, bright aroma. You can do this when company is coming or simply on a day when you need a little boost yourself. It is amazing how something so small can change the way your whole home feels. Natural scents not only smell better, they feel better. They are softer on the senses, last longer, and tend to lift our spirits rather than overwhelm them. When you bring nature indoors, you are not just decorating. You are inviting peace, warmth, and beauty into your everyday life. Tip number 4. A clean home smells like love. There is something special about walking into a home that is truly clean. Not just tidy, but deeply cared for. The air feels lighter. The energy feels more welcoming. And often it is not because of what was added, but what was gently taken away. You see, a lot of the smells that make us uncomfortable in our homes do not come from obvious messes. They come from little things we stop noticing. The layer of dust on the ceiling fan, the crumbs under the cushions, the curtain in the kitchen that quietly absorbs the scent of every meal. Over time, those tiny layers build up, and suddenly the house smells off, even though it looks just fine. This is why deep, regular cleaning matters. 5-star hotels know this very well. They do not just clean what guests can see, they clean everything, including the corners that nobody looks at. You can do the same in your home in a way that feels manageable and even peaceful. Pick one day a week or a few hours each month and give your space a little more attention. Wash the curtains, vacuum behind the furniture, clean under bed, or wipe down the baseboards. Take the rugs outside and shake them. If possible, hang them in the sun for an hour. Sunlight is nature's deodorizer. If you live with pets, this is especially important. Pet hair and dander can cling to upholstery and carpets, holding on to smells longer than we expect. A simple handheld vacuum or lint roller can work wonders in between deep cleanings. And do not forget about small things like throw pillows or the inside of your trash bin. These hidden spaces often hold on to old odors that can affect the way your entire room smells. You do not have to do everything at once. Think of it like this. Every time you clean a forgotten corner, you are lifting a weight off your home. You are helping it breathe, and in doing so, you are giving yourself a fresh start. 2. Cleaning is not just a chore. It is a quiet act of love for your space and everyone in it. It says, this home matters. I matter. We deserve beauty and peace. Tip number 5. Care for your fabrics. They remember everything. Let us take a moment to talk about something most of us use every day, but rarely think about. The fabrics in our homes. Our bed sheets, towels, blankets, curtains, and cushions. They all hold on a scent for better or worse. And while we might notice when the kitchen trash smells off, we often forget that fabrics absorb odors slowly over time, and they do not let go unless we help them. Imagine sleeping on sheets that have not been truly freshened in weeks. The scent of sweat, body oils, and humidity can build up, creating a heavy, stale aroma. The same goes for bath towels, especially if they are left damp too long or stored in a closed cabinet. But here's the good news. With a few gentle changes, your fabrics can become one of the best sources of natural fragrance in your home. Start with your laundry routine. Choose a soft, pleasant-smelling detergent or fabric softener that makes you feel good. You can even add a few drops of essential oil like lavender or eucalyptus to your rinse cycle if your machine allows it. After the wash, make sure everything dries completely. Damp fabrics, even clean ones, are a perfect home for mildew, which creates that unpleasant, musty scent. Once your linens are dry, you can mist them lightly with a homemade linen spray made from water, a splash of witch hazel, and a few drops of your favorite essential oil. Lightly spray your sheets, throw pillows, or even the drapes in your living room. It adds a soft layer of scent that lingers gently, not overpowering, just comforting. Another idea is to tuck small sachets of dried lavender or cedar in side drawers or closets. These help keep stored linen smelling fresh, and also deter moths and moisture. If you want to go further, consider rotating fabrics with the seasons. Light cotton in spring and summer, warmer wools or flannels in fall and winter. Each season brings its own mood and its own scent. The key is this. When you care for your fabrics, you are inviting a deeper sense of comfort into your home, not just visual comfort, but sensory comfort. You are giving yourself and your guests something beautiful to feel and to smell. Your home should embrace you, and your fabrics are part of that gentle embrace. Tip number 6, use natural diffusers, the elegant touch. Now let's talk about something that 5-star hotels have perfected and that you can bring into your home easily and affordably, natural diffusers. These little setups can release scents slowly and consistently, making your home feel elegant and well cared for without being overwhelming. Unlike plug-in air fresheners or strong sprays that hit you all at once, natural diffusers give off a gentle aroma over time. They become part of the background, not something you notice with every breath, but something you feel. You can purchase them ready-made, or you can make your own with just a few ingredients. All you need is a small glass bottle, a carrier oil like sweet almond, or even a bit of water, and a few drops of essential oil. Insert a handful of wooden reeds or bamboo skewers and let the magic happen. The scent rises slowly through the reeds and gently fills the room. Place one in your bathroom by the front door or near your bedside. Choose scents that suit the space. Lavender for calm, lemon for energy, rose for warmth. One of my favorite combinations is a bit of orange and vanilla. It feels like a soft sunrise in the room. If you prefer something more rustic, fill a small bowl with dried herbs, rosemary, thyme, or sage, and add a few drops of essential oil on top. Set on a shelf or windowsill. It doubles as both a scent source and a natural decoration. The goal is not to cover up smells, but to invite a quiet atmosphere into your space. A natural diffuser says, someone lives here who cares, someone who pays attention, someone who values peace. And that someone, dear friend, is you. Tip number 7. Clean the air you cannot see, your home's hidden breath. There is something many people forget when trying to make their home smell better. It is not just about what you spray or what you put in a diffuser. It is about the air itself. The air in your home is always moving, always carrying tiny particles. And if that air passes through something dirty, it brings the dirt with it. That is where air filters come in. Whether you use a central heating and cooling system, a portable air conditioner, or just a box fan, each of these is a filter that slowly gathers dust, pet dander, and even bits of mold over time. When those filters are dirty, they do not just stop working efficiently. They actually start to spread the bad smell. Imagine trying to drink water through a sponge that has not been washed in weeks. The water may be clean when it enters, but by the time it reaches you, it carries something unpleasant. That is how dirty air filters affect your home. The good news is this is an easy fix. Once a month, take a moment to check your filters. If they are washable, rinse them gently with warm water and let them dry completely before putting them back in. If they are disposable, replace them according to the manufacturer's instructions, usually every 1 or 2 months, depending on how much you use your system. And if you use a fan, do not forget to wipe the blades. Dust builds up fast, and when those blades spin, they throw it right back into the air. If you have ever noticed a strange smell when you turn on the fan, chances are it is just built-up dust. Cleaning it takes just a few minutes and can make the room feel immediately fresher. 5-star hotels invest heavily in air circulation systems for this very reason. Clean air smells like nothing, and that is a good thing. When your air is truly clean, every natural scent you bring in, whether it's lavender, lemon, or fresh linen, becomes more noticeable, more beautiful. Your lungs, your skin, your spirit, they will all thank you. Tip number 8, trash, the quiet culprit of unpleasant smells. Now let us get honest about something we all deal with, but would rather not think about: the trash. Even the cleanest homes can smell off if the trash is not handled with care. It is not just about when the bag is full. It is about how the trash is treated, where it sits, and how often we pay attention to it. Trash bins, especially in the kitchen and bathroom, collect moisture and bacteria over time. Even if you change the bag regularly, the inside of the bin can absorb smells. And if you let food waste sit for too long, even in a closed bag, the odor can seep into surrounding air. But here is the gentle solution. First, create a routine. Make a habit to take out the kitchen trash every evening, even if it is not quite full. It only takes a minute, and it resets your space for the next day. Second, clean your bin weekly. Rinse it with warm water and a little bit of dish soap, or use a mixture of water and white vinegar. Wipe it dry and, if you like, place a cotton ball with a few drops of lemon or tea tree essential oil at the bottom of the bin before putting in a new bag. It is a simple touch, but it helps so much. Third, consider where you keep your trash. If possible, store away from areas where you eat or relax. A bin near the entrance or the dining table might seem convenient, but it can affect the atmosphere of the whole space. And remember, strong trash smells invite insects, ants, flies, even fruit flies. So by staying ahead of the problem, you are not just keeping your home smelling good, you are also keeping it more hygienic. 5-star hotels follow strict trash routines because they know the power of scent, one unpleasant which can ruin a guest's impression of a room. In your home, you are both the guest and the host, and you deserve to enjoy a space that smells fresh, clear, and clean. Tip number 9, take care of shoes. Little details make a big difference. Here is something small that makes a surprisingly big difference: your shoes. Think about where your shoes go during the day: the sidewalk, the grocery store, sometimes even public restrooms. They pick up all sorts of things we cannot see, and they carry them right into the heart of your home. But the bigger issue is not dirt, it is odor. Shoes naturally absorb sweat and moisture, and over time that creates an earthy, sometimes sour smell. You might not notice at first, but if shoes are kept near the door in a closed closet or next to fabric like rugs or curtains, that smell can spread. 5-star hotels in Barcelona have designated spaces for shoes and often provide shoe storage or encourage guests to remove footwear before entering the room. You can do the same in your own gentle way. Try setting up a small area by your front door where shoes can be removed. A little mat, a bench, and perhaps a basket underneath for slippers or cozy socks. If you live alone or with close family, consider making the entrance a no-shoe zone. It helps keep both dirt and odor under control. Wash your shoes occasionally, especially sneakers or cloth-based footwear. Many can be placed in a laundry bag and washed on a gentle cycle. Then let them dry fully in the sun if possible. For shoes that cannot be washed, sprinkle a bit of baking soda inside after each use to absorb odor. Let it sit overnight, then shake it out in the morning. Another idea is to use small cedar blocks or sachets in your shoe cabinet. They help absorb moisture and keep things smelling clean. These may seem like tiny steps, but together they create a chain reaction. When your shoes are fresh, your floors stay cleaner. When your floors are cleaner, your rugs and air stay fresher. And when the air is fresh, the whole home feels lighter and more peaceful. It is a beautiful cycle that starts with something as simple as caring for souls that carry you through each day. And you, my friend, deserve that kind of care, both for your home and for yourself. Tip number 10, Bring nature indoors, the healing power of purifying plants. There is something deeply calming about being surrounded by living things. Plants are more than just decoration. They are quiet companions that clean the air, lift the spirit, and gently change the way a room feels. Five-star hotels understand this. That is why you will often find real greenery in their lobbies and suites, not just because it looks beautiful, but because certain plants actually purify the air and help eliminate unpleasant smells. You can bring the same sense of freshness into your own home in a way that fits your pace and space. You do not need a green thumb or a full garden. Even one or two well-placed plants can make a remarkable difference. Some of the best plants for cleaner, fresher air are also the easiest to care for. The snake plant, also known as mother-in-law's tongue, is sturdy, needs very little water, and grows well in low light. The peace lily is another wonderful choice. Its white flowers bring a touch of elegance and it thrives in shade. Aloe vera, with its healing gel inside, is both useful and attractive. And then there is English ivy or pothos, beautiful trailing plants that soften any space. Place your plants where they can catch a bit of sunlight, a corner near the window, a shelf in the kitchen, or the entryway by the door. Talk to them if you like, water them when they need it, and watch as they quietly transform the feeling of your home. What makes this tip so special is that it connects you with something natural and ongoing. While diffusers release scent for a few hours, a healthy plant purifies and refreshes the air every single day. And beyond their practical benefits, plants bring a sense of peace. They remind us that life continues, that growth happens slowly, that with a little light and a little care, even the smallest things can thrive. The soul of a fresh home begins with you. Now, my friend, we have walked through 10 beautiful, simple ways to help your home smell fresh, feel lighter, and become a space that welcomes you with love every time you walk through the door. But here is what I hope you remember most. This is not really about scent. It is about care. It is about presence. It is about turning your home, whether it is a cozy apartment, a townhome, or a house you've lived in for 50 years, into a place that nourishes your spirit. A pleasant-smelling home says, someone lives here who is loved. Someone lives here who still feels joy. Someone lives here who deserves peace. You do not need to make all of these changes today. Just choose one, try it, see how it feels. Maybe tomorrow you open a window first thing in the morning. Maybe next week you add a small plant by the sink. Let it be gentle. Let it be your own. And if you find joy in this process, share it. Tell me in the comments which tip you're going to try first. Is there a scent that reminds you of your childhood, a memory tied to your grandmother's linens, or a favorite flower from your garden? I would love to hear your story. And if this video brought you a little comfort today, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, Echo Mind. This is a place where we honor home, heart, and the quiet wisdom that comes with time. We are building something special here, and you are a part of it. Until next time, take a deep breath. You deserve to live in a space that feels like peace, and with just a few small habits, that peace can begin today, right where you are.